Art Collins here. I'm not going to give you a mechanical system today, but I am going to present a classic technical formation that could well become the driver of a system. Okay, I say that because I consider this classic formation to be fairly reliable among the classic formations you'll find in technical analysis. Actually, I'm very cynical about most of them, but I think this one works pretty well. I'm talking about the flag, also known as a pennant. Definition of an up flag. Okay, basically you have a sharp up move, all right? We can be talking daily bars in a chart, or 5-minute, 30-minute, whatever you want, okay? But a few bars have run up quickly and a fairly good distance. They top, and you get several more bars of consolidation. And a perfect example would be one in which the consolidation slopes progressively lower. And this would project a new upside leg approximating the length of the one that entered the consolidation. So you see a good example of this here. Quick up move. Consolidates, sloping lower. Okay. So you can measure from the beginning of the move to the low end of the flag formed here between these lines. And you know what the low move is after the fact when it starts rallying again, takes out the high. That's where you'd want to buy as soon as the high is taken out. But by that time, you would know what this distance is here, and you would take that distance, in this case 17.5 points, and you would add it to the high, giving you a projection of 32.47, which, as you can see, before the end of the day, we would have gotten our fill. Down flag starts with several bars in formation of a near vertical down move. Near the bottom, you get several bars of consolidation. This time, the slope would be upward, which would project a new downside leg approximating the length of the one that entered the consolidation. Same as before, only in reverse. Get a down move, you get a flag, you measure from the start to the high end of the flag. That gives you a projection off of the low end of the flag. You'd be a short seller when it takes out the low. At that point, you'd know what that length is, right? And I didn't label that, but doesn't matter. You see that it was filled. That would have been 79.25. How's that for doing math in your head? All right. So, again, I have faith, relative faith, in the reliability of this system, but problems with it, they're pretty hard to quantify. And they rarely give perfect textbook examples. You wouldn't have that many examples of flags that, they tend to be lopsided. They tend to, be something that may or may not actually be a flag. But you get around that if you want to make a system by just quantizing everything. I used to have a genius partner, but I guess he wasn't a genius in English because he always would say quantize it. So I've been saying that for years. Anyway, so you have to define exactly what starts and ends a leg. You need to define exactly what starts and ends a consolidation. Maybe you would have an exact rule on how many bars you would need, what the length of the bars would have to be, what the position of the highest and the lowest ones would be. It's theoretically possible to do it, all right? You need to define all maximums and minimums for length and duration, and you need an exact code for projecting an exit point. I think that I was pretty mechanical in my approach. If it enters from the downside, you measure from the start of the move to the low end of the flag and project it from the high end of the flag and vice versa for down flags. But a lot of you like to take note of the classic formations. Again, I don't think you get these too often. You certainly don't get perfect ones very often. But when you do, they tend to be reliable. So might be something you want to tool around with in your lab, okay? And as always, if you find something, let me know. Thanks for joining me. Till next time.